who can participate. Set a delay between messages. Okay, so y'all go moderate. Ain't no bad. Ain't no bad. Okay, folks, this is Keeney Chameleon. I am live. Okay, I need to invite a few people in. Not sure how that is gonna work here, but we'll see. All right, come on in, guys. If you're coming in for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. Okay. And I'm going to put a number there for you guys to call in as well. We're going to have a hot topic tonight. I have my earpieces going on here. Yeah, this big corruption here. We have to talk about it. So for those of you who were tuned into the Andre Stevens show last night, we were on that show. We were talking about some corruption that's going on right now in the country. All right, so that's pretty much what's going on. Let me see if I'm able to share this. I'm not sure if I'm able to share this. Here's a share button. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We want to share this on the what? All right. It's extremely blurry. Okay, let's fix that. Let's go ahead and share it some more. Okay, I'm just trying to share this with a few people. Okay, Deb's Necessities, you say it's very blurry. All right, we don't have a whole lot of people on the live chat right now, but we're going to try to share it first, and then we will have some people popping on. Let me see who else I want to share this with here. All right. Yeah, it's a little blurry, guys, but we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that. And the camera lighting here as well. So anyway, for those of you who are gonna pop in there, please just share this video. All right, share this video because I am actually doing this for my people in Jamaica. So I was on the Andre Stevens show last night, guys. It was extremely interesting. We were talking about, actually, we're talking about my mom. She passed away. It's going to be about 21 days now, 3 weeks ago. Okay. I'm hearing the echo. I'm hearing the echo. I'm hearing the echo. I'm hearing the echo. Hold on. Yeah, so she passed away about 3 weeks ago, and it's been a mess. So I don't like the fact that people in the Caribbean have to go through all this trauma and drama. I don't like that at all. I really don't. So this is a live video. I'm probably going to have to do like a recorded version, but for those people who are going to pop on, yeah, it's not that graphic. It's not for kids, but it can be graphic because I'm going to be going into details as to what's going on. I just thought this is something that I need to share with you guys. Last night we had on the Andre Stevens show, it was about 7K viewers he's very popular, so everybody tuned in. And I was happy for some of the comments that people were popping in. They were sharing information. It was really interesting. I know you guys are going to watch the video after, but like I said, please go on and share it with your family members because this is high time corruption right now. Names need to be called out. People need to be accountable for things that are happening. All right. So let me start this. It was about 3 weeks ago, to be exact, that I was told that my mom had passed away. She lives alone, of course. She's 78 years old, but she's a young 78. 78 going on 60. I mean, she does everything for herself, right? She suffers from high blood pressure and she suffers from diabetes, of course. Lately, she was complaining of chest pains. So, with that in mind, we're like, okay, you need to see the doctor or whatever. Somehow she got really ill and they rushed her to the emergency. Of course, she had to sit there like everybody else. If you're not literally dying or coming in with a gunshot, they don't pay you any mind. So, like everyone else, 78 years old, she's sitting there waiting to be seen. Finally, after midnight, I think she went there like maybe 6 o'clock in the afternoon, 5, 6 o'clock. She waited until midnight before they even looked at her. They got her inside a room, took her pressures, her temperatures. Her temperatures were high, so they gave her some medicine to bring down her blood pressure and her sugar level. Okay. Finally, got a room for her. She was admitted in there, so she stayed in the hospital for an entire week. Mind you, my mom is a very strong minded person. She doesn't like doctors, hospitals. She doesn't like medicines, medications, but she knows she has to take her blood pressure medicine. That was what she really wanted. She kept saying, I'm not taking anything else. All I want is my blood pressure medicine, nothing else. All right. So we're like, okay, doctor has to see you. She put up a fight. She's like, I don't want these doctors to see me because they like to kill off people and whatever. So said, so done, of course. Um, yeah, so, no pun intended. But she doesn't like. She made a big fuss in there, right? So they had her strung up with her drips and stuff. She says, I'm not liking this. It's very uncomfortable. It's hurting my arm and all that crazy stuff. Elder person. She doesn't have the strength or whatever. So she had no choice. She sat in a hospital for a week, and then they finally told her it was time for her to leave. She said she didn't want to leave. They said, well, we need the bed. You have to leave because we need the bed. Who tells people that? You have to leave the hospital because we need the bed. This is not a hotel now where you turn it around. It's a hospital. So you deemed her fit to leave. She didn't feel like she was well enough to leave, but because you said you needed the bed, she didn't have a choice. She had to leave. So she went home. So she went home and she said she wanted somebody to be around her. So we had the family set up times when they would come in every single day, every other day, not leave her alone for one day. So she felt like she had the company now. Because remember, she's not healthy now. She's on the weak side, right? So she's at the home, eating normally, doing whatever. But remember, she went in for high blood pressure, diabetes, sugar, and she was complaining of chest pains. She said she was vomiting, she couldn't keep her food down, and so on and so forth. So they administered a whole bunch of stuff to her. When she came out of the hospital, she said to me, I'm not liking all these medicines. It's too much medicines that I'm taking and all of that stuff. And I'm like, well, maybe they're giving you all of that just to help your stomach, right? She came out of the hospital. Her prescription was filled the next day. She started taking her blood pressure medicine. A lot of you are familiar with nifedamine. She takes that for her blood pressure. Her diabetes pill, I'm not sure what it is. I have a whole bag full of stuff here that she takes. It was a lot, right? So she complained that she was taking too many medicines. She didn't like it. It's not helping her. Her sister was there on deck with her. Son was there on deck with her. They mentioned to me that she needed to get an X-ray, which we have here. Of course, it's $7,000 for an X-ray. So this is Jamaica now. Where the average person is going to get that kind of money, I don't know, unless you got some family member in America. Hello. Or somebody with a big job. You send somebody to get an X-ray and all of that. Where are they supposed to get the money from? Right? Older folks, 70s, 80s, 90s. So anyway, she was waiting to get her X-ray the following week. That was the week that would have been after, because she already passed the week before, so she never made it for the X-ray, of course. So they're there and they cook and help with her and that kind of stuff. And one of her sisters, she's got like 3 sisters, one of them called and said, I'm coming by to stay with you. They were had a dialogue, and then I think a day or two later they called and said, I'm coming tomorrow, and so on and so forth. But She says, okay. So they called the day of and they didn't get any response, no answer. So they called the other sisters and so on. They said, oh, I've been calling her. I'm not getting her any answer from her. In the meantime, her son decides that he's going to go visit. So he went, knock on the door, ring the bell, no answer. So he went and called the sister, said, do you have the key to go in the house? So they opened the grill, the gate, and they opened the door. He walked in and he saw her laying on the floor. He started hollering and screaming. Luckily for her, the doctor that had helped to take care of her at the hospital was across the street, so they called him. He came in, and of course, she appeared to be deceased because you can't pronounce somebody dead there. You're not a doctor. Mind you, the doctor that saw her, yes, he could probably say she was dead, but he's not in this office. He's home. So she'd be presumably dead, right? So anywho, he ran and he called the ambulance. He called the police. They came. They decided that asking questions, who was there, and and they explained that she was there by herself. They opened the door. They found her. They're thinking, oh, let's rule out foul play. We need an autopsy on her right away. In the meantime, the family member told them that she needs to go to the family morgue. That's the morgue where my grandfather went when he passed away 2 years prior. They came and they took him exactly to that morgue. So the family said, we need to take her there, to make the arrangements. The police stepped in and says, no, we need to take her to where we need to take her because we need to rule out all foul play. Now, my thing is, they explained to her that she just came from the doctor not even a week and a half ago. So what kind of foul play are you talking about? She's taking medicine. She's on the medication. She has pills that she's taking. So obviously we're saying that maybe she had a pill that didn't work, a heart attack or something. That's all in the realm. But I was also told that people calling in and they're typing in and saying stuff like, listen, it's a whole bunch of rhetoric going on because people are making money on people's dead body. You die, and if they come and say, oh, she lives in a nice neighborhood or some crap like that, they decided that she needs an autopsy. My question to that is, who determines you need an autopsy? Okay, so the police comes and they're like, oh, let's rule out foul play. But what kind of foul play would there be if they had to use the key to open the door to go in to find her? What kind of foul play would there be? That's my question. I don't understand. Right? So I'm hearing it's a big thing in Jamaica now where you find a body and you're police and all, they're getting $10,000 on a body. That's some bull. That's corruption to the highest level. You don't make money off of dead people like that. You don't. That's a bunch of baloney. But that's the system. That's what goes on in that country, right? I'm sorry, that's where I'm from, but yeah, that's what goes on. So the funeral parlor for the family was called in, and he said, I'm coming to pick up the body. And of course, the police was insistent that no, she needs to go up to the morgue. I don't know if she even made it to the hospital before they took her down to the morgue. I have no clue. It's a whole lot of questions here that needs to be answered. And I'm doing the show because I'm going to be calling out people. We need answers because it's been 20 days, 21 days. I haven't seen my mother. I don't know. They say she's at some home. I have no proof. I never saw the body. I don't know where she is. Nobody else has seen the body. They just went and took off and decided that, okay, all of this happened in Lucy, Hanover. So they presumably took the body, I guess, to the Lucy Hospital and then to the morgue in Savlamar, or they went straight to Savlamar. My thing is, why would you transport a body from Lucy to Savlamar? Montego Bay is right down the street, and the morgue that she needs to go to is right down the street, right? The next parish over. Why would you go all the way to Westmoreland with this woman? Right? It's a whole lot of stuff going on, guys, that I need to talk about. So, of course, I'm going to be talking about it. I want you guys to share this with your family members. I want you guys to call in. The number is 876-294-5063. If you have any experience with this, I want to know because I need answers. This will help me. This will help someone else. That's kind of what I would like to see happen, right? So I put the corruption in Jamaica over dead body. The reason why I did that topic is because, yeah, it's like a big time corruption, money making, money making. All right, so let me, for those of you just popped in, this is about my mom. So she was found in her home, presumably dead. The police and the ambulance was called in. The police was told to take the body to the funeral home by the family. They decided, no, they don't want that. They have to rule out any foul play. My thing is, what kind of foul play are you talking about? The woman was just in the hospital 2 weeks prior under doctor's care, taking medicine for her chest, which obviously didn't work out. To add fire to the fuel, when I showed up and I looked at all her prescriptions, I found a prescription that belonged to some other woman from Sablamar. Why is my mother taking somebody else's pill from Sablamar? My mother don't even take anybody else's medicine. She's that stubborn. She never wanted to take any medicine in the hospital alone. My mother was in the Lucy hospital, not in the Sab hospital. So she was in there and she was resisting doctor's care and all of that. And I'm assuming that they didn't like it or whatever. But why is she coming home with some other prescription? Because you made a mistake? I can't say because I wasn't there. We're just assuming that y'all made a mistake and gave her somebody else's Jane Doe's prescription that she's been taking, which probably had an adverse effect on the medicines that she was taking. So therefore, maybe she had heart failure or something. We don't know how she died. So yes, they want an autopsy, but trust me, the autopsy is not to find out how she died. They don't give a cat's meow how she died. They just want to know that, okay, oh, she's in a nice neighborhood here. Oh, let's take her to the morgue that belongs to the government so we can get a kickback or something. You can call in and tell me I'm wrong if you like. I don't care. I'm going to be very vocal. All right. So, like I said, she's 78 years old. She'll be 79 next month. The police insisted that they want to take the body to the morgue because they want to follow up with an autopsy. Normally, I'm in the United States, and autopsy is really performed on people that are having foul play, like people who probably were murdered, gunshot, that kind of stuff. Autopsy isn't necessarily done per se on a family member that was elderly or sick or someone that was in the hospital a week or two ago. Autopsy is done on somebody who requests to have an autopsy. So they take it up on themselves to decide that they want to have an autopsy. The kicker to all of this is when I showed up 2 days later at the police station and asked for the said police officer, he was nowhere to be found. I was told that he's going to show up the next day. Then I went the next day and he said, oh, he's on the street. Up until this day, 21 days later, he's still out on the street. He never called the family to follow up with the family. He never even called the same day to tell the family that the body was transported to Sablamar at some Doyle's funeral home. So if Doyle's funeral home is listening, that is where the body of the deceased is. Everybody and their mama is calling in because she was well liked, she was well known. So it's gonna be a little bit of issue here, trying to get to the nitty-gritty of this. So the questions we want answered is, who pronounced her dead? Was she even taken to Lucy hospital before she was taken down to the funeral home? If so, was there a written order on her? Reason why I'm asking is because 6 days later when I showed up at the police station to ask where she was, the police said she's down at the Doyle's funeral home in Sablamar. I can't go to identify her body because I need police escort. I can't see her until after the autopsy is done. They want to rule out foul play. Foul play for what again, I must ask. So 876-955-2501. That's the Dolly's morgue. So if any one of you have issues with that morgue and you want to call to find out, this is their number. Call them. I'm just laying it out, right? Now, in the meantime, does the police superintendent in Lucy know about all the stuff that's going on? My thing again is when I showed up and I asked for her body, I called the Doyley's funeral home and asked for her. They said, yes, ma'am, we have her here. We don't have any write up on her. Remember, I was told that you need to have a work order on that person. Why was she dropped off there and there was no work order 6 days later? But I was told by one of the police officers that her body was decomposed. Now, I asked the doctor that found her, what condition was her body in? He said her body was fine. She was not deep composed. It's supposed to be decomposed, but he says deep composed. Her body was not. Besides, when they found her, the AC has been running the entire time. That means it maintained her body. The air conditioner was on in the room when they found her on the floor. So it's like anybody have a heart attack and she fell on the floor. My thing is, it should have been an open and shut case. The coroner or the funeral home director or whoever should have been able to take the body to the funeral parlor, notify the family or the daughter, and they would come in and say, okay, let us get a letter from the hospital to pronounce her dead, the doctor who's treating her, and let's get her buried. It's been 20 days now. I'm waiting for a so-called autopsy, which I was told can be another 3 weeks from now, 6 to 8 weeks. So I asked the woman, which she don't know the answer. I said to her, ma'am, so if she's waiting on an autopsy and you find some criminal activity, what is going to come out of this? Are you looking to arrest somebody? Is she going to be buried? What exactly is going on? Because you are doing an autopsy on a woman of 78 to find out if there's a foul play, but who is it benefiting? Is it going to benefit the family? Because she's already gone. So who am I going to look for? You killed my mother. Am I going to arrest that person and put them in jail for the murder? Or what is that doing? To me, it's a double. She's died twice over now. So my thing is, the police have taken it upon themselves, or that particular police officer, you know who you are, took it upon yourself to say you need to have an autopsy done on the body. Nobody asked you to do one. You never asked to see, did you ask to see if she was under doctor's care? Did you ask those questions? You know, was she under doctor's care? Do we need an autopsy? Right? Because if she's under doctor's care, what autopsy do you need? So these are some of the questions that we're asking. Now, mind you, like I said, I have all her medicines here, and she's taking some medicine that belonged to some other woman. Where would she have gotten this medicine from? Why would she have been taking this medicine? This medicine would probably come from the hospital. So right now, everyone is guilty until proven innocent, right? So we're trying to find out what day was she taken into SAB. I just called Doyley's. The woman said she was taken in the same day that she died. Then if she was taken in the same day she died, why is the police telling me over the phone that she was decomposed? How could she have been decomposed in less than 24 hours, or even 24 hours for this matter? That I don't understand. All right. What condition was the body in when it was stored? That's it. Who released the body? Who released the body? So the police are saying that it's protocol. Now, my thing is, what kind of protocol are we following here? Because your protocol obviously did not work. So a person is found dead at home. The protocol is to take their body to the morgue of your choice as a police officer, right? Not notifying the body, not notifying the family as to where the body is. You're all going to tell them, we'll call you when an autopsy is going to be done. So you bring the body there. 6 days later, the family called to find out if the body is there. You're told, yes, the body is at the funeral parlor, but you don't have a written statement or anything in writing to say what to do with the body. Then I think something is wrong there. That's the first mistake you made. You think that people are stupid. They have no sense or common sense that you're just going to bring somebody's body to a funeral home. They can't see the body because it's a police matter. What kind of police matter are we talking about? I have no idea. If it wasn't a cover-up, why is the police not coming forth to talk to the family members? He's been emailed, he's been texted, he's been called on the phone, he's not answering. The other police is covering up for him. Fraud I detect because when I went there, I said I need something to show that my mother is in another town and she's so-called dead. One police is gonna write on a piece of paper, body found or sudden death and the time, and you're gonna sign the officer's name that was at the scene. Now you're not the officer at the scene, but you're gonna sign his name. All of that should not be done. Why are you signing someone else's name because of what you say you saw written in the book? You cannot do that. So that's a sign of fraud. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, guys, that I am not. So Sharon B. Put from Lucy, Superintendent, do you know what is going on in your precinct? That's what I want to know. You know? Do you know what's going on in your own precinct? Because you got policemen in there that are taking bodies somewhere and writing in the book that her body was decomposed when the woman's body was not decomposed. You're taking the body down to a funeral parlor, Dolly's in Westmoreland. That I hear they treat people disgusting. I don't give a damn who you are. They treat people disgusting. They throw, who knows if she was zipped up in a body bag. She wasn't wrapped up in a sheet. So you're driving around in the hot sun with somebody, then you're gonna go down there and then you're gonna put in there that she was decomposed. Why was she decomposed? So because she's decomposed, you need to have a criminal investigation. That makes no sense because she was not, because the doctor that saw her said she wasn't. So is his word against yours? So somebody is lying, right? So I want to know. That's the name of the police superintendent in Lucy, Hanover. If she is aware of what's going on, right? Like I said, when I called Dolly's, they said a requisition form needs to be filled out. No requisition form was filled out when the body was dropped off that day. Her name was added to the list for autopsy 6 days later. When I called and had the woman on speakerphone in the police station, that's when I was told that there was nothing on her. There's no requisition form filled out. There's nothing. Her body was just left there. Nobody knows what to do with the body. That makes no sense whatsoever, right? You know, to me, it's a bunch of horse manure. Nothing is, it's not working out for me. I need answers, right? It's not good. I'm going to be calling names pretty soon. There's going to be a follow-up on this. This is part 1, guys. There's going to be a part 2, a part 3. Until the day she's laid rest, we're going to be calling names. So get ready for that. Police officers in Lucy, we're going to be start calling names, right? I know that they like to threaten people and all of that, but it doesn't always work that way. Somebody's got to give an account as to what happened. Now, my thing is when you're picking on people and bodies, you got to know where you're picking on and who you're picking on, because not everybody's going to fall for this rhetoric. Not everybody is going to take stuff laying down. You don't just go into somebody's home and assume that they have money. You can make some money off of this body or whatever, because I hear that's the norm. I didn't know that was the norm in Jamaica. I'm just saying it because I heard it. That you can just go into somebody's home and think that they got money, so you're going to take the body and you're going to make up all kinds of story and whatever. You have a family, you have a mother, you have a sister, you have an aunt, you have cousins, you have relatives that are female. How would you like that done to them? You have no heart whatsoever, let alone you don't communicate with the family as to anything. All you do is keep telling them, and the other officers are telling them, we will call you when the autopsy. There's no date on the autopsy. Autopsy is done once a week in SAB. The doctor didn't do the autopsy last week. So if you're doing autopsies, 3 or 4, 10 or 50 autopsies for the day, and you didn't do one on Wednesday, don't you think that the following Wednesday is going to be piled up? There's no date for an autopsy for this woman. All we're asking for is for you to release the body of the woman so she can be buried in peace and not in pieces. No answer. All right. I have forwarded this case, guys. The police, FBI is on the case. Yes. I'm reaching out to human rights activists because this is something that needs to be addressed. Isaac Buchanan, human rights activist. We're going to be reaching out to you to help us with this. All right. This can be a damn class action suit, guys. I'm just letting you know straight blank, point blank. answers. You guys are sitting thinking it's okay. You pick up a woman, you just drop her off at the morgue. You don't have a requisition for an autopsy, but you're telling the family that you can't see the body because an autopsy has to be done. You don't do that. It doesn't work like that. All right? Wilfred Rattigan, FBI. These are people that is known to the general public that will come in and assist on this case, because I'm not going to take this laying down. All right? Dr. Monstraw, the chief medical officer in Lucy, we need something from you. 876-956-2540 is the number. Nobody's answering. 876-956-2540 is the number. Knowles Home Hospital in Lucy. Dr. Monstraw, chief medical examiner. We need to find out about this woman's body. If it was brought to the hospital. If so, we need to get a death certificate to release the body so she can be buried. You cannot hold people's body. It's of no use to you. The body is of no use to you. Why are you holding on to people's body? I don't know. Why are you not releasing dead people's bodies so they can be buried? Why are you holding and taking into account government's money? Talk about just a government case. Government case for what? There are millions. It's 3 million people or more in Jamaica. So every person that is dead, you're going to take their body on for what? Give the body to the family so they can bury the person in peace and not in pieces. All right? Who discharged the woman? What was her medical condition? Right? So we have 2 doctors there in Lucy with the same name. When I showed up and asked for the doctor and I mentioned my mother's name, I was told the doctor doesn't know her. I never heard stuff like that before. The doctor has no idea who she is. Right? You treated her. You gave her prescription. All the medications that are written here, on here, because I have them all, your name is on it. But you don't know who the person is. That's kind of strange to me, right? Now, I remember when I showed up, there was another woman with the same plight as me. She wanted to find out how. All right, we're back, guys. We have a citation to take to the hospital in order for them to release the body. So that's what I did. I went to the police station first and I asked, I need a letter. They're like, no, you have to get a letter from the police in charge of case. No intent letter saying that you can release the body. So that letter now would go to the morgue. Okay, so that letter would now go to the morgue for her body to be released. But my thing is, did they even take the body to the hospital? I'm trying to figure out. Was the body even taken to the hospital, guys? That's something that we need to figure out. I'm not sure if the body even went to the hospital. Really, I don't know. I don't know if the body was even taken to the hospital. Or was it taken straight to the requisition form? Or do you take the body with the requisition form and let them remember to call the facility to find out that there's no requisition on the body is just left there with nothing. The body was just sitting there. When I called, they said the body was just sitting there. We don't have anything on this body, ma'am. We don't know what to do with the body. And then the police officers are trying to cover up in the station. While I have sounds, happy birthday, Rebecca. So yeah, so I again today they told me, so the woman's body is going to be sitting there, so-called in a refrigerator. I'm 60 years old. Bless you. We're blowing this thing up. This is going to be out of control. You're in your house, but when I look through her, I see something. You release her to death. That's what you did. Yeah. I put a hospital to find out about her death certificate, or if I think it's something. You're telling me you don't know the woman. So everybody's got to give an account. God is watching behind you. He's watching in front of you. Any dirty dish surely can haunt your ass. So family, you ignore the family. Woman's body, she needs to be buried peacefully and not in pieces, right? You don't answer back. You don't reach out to the family. You don't do nothing. You ignore them. You tell them. You notice that people are calling every day asking about the woman. Um, you know, her who said she died, which is the funeral home, because obviously there's no there's nothing on her. There's nothing. I call 6 days later to be told that, ma'am, we don't have anything on this woman in line for an autopsy. But 6 days later, now in line, and the woman is saying it's a long list for the autopsy. I want to know, after the autopsy is done, what do you intend to gain out of it? You got your money now. What do you intend to gain from the autopsy? That question. What do you intend to gain from the autopsy? In whose interest is it in? Yeah, you're not a family member, so why would you even care? You're not a family member. The family member after the fact, yes, and that thing, and tell her to go on and take all that, and within 2 weeks, the woman kick the bucket. And you want to take an autopsy to rule out foul play. You're not a family member, but you want to you want to find out about foul play. Why? Did the family ask you to investigate to find out about foul play? My Wi-Fi is going out, guys. You never called to tell the family where the body is. Hospital is down, and they deal with it. I don't live there. I want to tell you the things I hear. That if you have a dead woman's body back so she can be buried in peace and not in pieces. There's people in charge, doctors, lawyers, whoever, clergy, have to stop it. You really have to. You've got to. You're just throwing in the trash. And I'm thinking, oh, if you're going to talk about clothes when you took her down there, or whatever, did you pay the same day, the same hour? You drove all the way to Saint Lamar, an hour or 2 hours away, just to drop off the body. You dropped the body off, and you never said, this body needs an auto requisition form. We don't have anything on the body. When I put it on speaker now, and you realize that, oh, I'm in the police office, should I go ahead and add her to the list for an autopsy? What kind of autopsy? 6 days after her body was brought to the funeral home. When you bring a member to look at the body so we can further plan a funeral, I am not able to see it. 21. You think I'm not going to be calling your names out so the entire Jamaica can know who your names are? I'm getting ready to call your names, guys. Keep it up. I'm getting ready to call your names. Let me see what's going to happen. I am going to be calling you to find if you can release her or didn't even see her. We don't know. We don't know. We really don't know. We need answers. We need answers, guys. We need answers. We need answers. Yeah, the connection is a little messy here, but nevertheless, I just thought I would come on and vent. Yeah, I'm gonna be taping this so that you can watch it. I'm gonna be putting this up. Really am. I'm gonna wait to see how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna see how long. So we had certain doctors from certain constituency that requested that Dallas send the body back, and we're waiting. And I was told that it's out of their hands. They can't do anything about it. Of course not. Ain't nobody want to get their hands dirty. Ain't nobody want to get sued. They realize that this is gonna be a damn lawsuit pretty soon, because you can't take somebody's body and just do what you want to do with it. You don't. Yeah, I'm taking it off of the Wi-Fi because the connection on the Wi-Fi is not very clear. But yeah, it's a bunch of rhetoric that's going on. I'm just answering people texting, guys. I was on that Andre Stevens show last night, guys. Oh my God. It was about 7K people because he's extremely popular. Make sure you check him out tonight at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right? Yeah. So I talked about what was going on, and people jumped on and they assisted. They really assisted. They decided to let me know what was going on. They said, didn't you know the corruption here in Jamaica where when somebody dies, the police get a cutback? I might be wrong, guys. I'm just saying. Like I said, I'm only sharing what I was told. I can't say nothing. I can only share. So any policemen watching there, the good police, not the bad ones, agree or disagree, you can agree to disagree with me. I don't care. I'm just telling you like it is. Police get a kickback. You get about $10,000 off of a dead body. That is not right. Your day will come, you will rot in hell. You don't take kickbacks from people. You don't play with people's lives and families like that. You don't do that. I might be wrong. I don't know if this officer got money, but it kind of looks that way, because if you can't get the body to do an autopsy, or you got to wait 6 to 8 weeks for an autopsy for some woman that you know the results is going to be that she was sick and she was in a hospital, what kind of autopsy do you need? What do you need to prove? What kind of autopsy do you need? That's what I'm saying. What kind of autopsy do you need? Hello? Take the body to the hospital. Follow up call the doctor that was treating the woman. That's what you needed to do. You needed to call the hospital doctor that was treating her and let the doctor know that your patient passed away. Could you write us a death certificate on this woman and then take her to the morgue? You're going to take her all the way 2 hours away, how many miles away, to some other morgue and have her sit there for 6 to 8 weeks to do an autopsy? What is the autopsy doing for you? You're not a family member. What interest do you have in an autopsy on this woman? What interest do you have? That's what I want to know. Right? She was murdered, and then what? Are you going to go look for the killer? Or what are you going to do? That's what I want to know. What do you do? Do you go out and search for her killer? Because you don't care. You already got your money. What are you doing? Do you think people are stupid? Do I look like I'm an idiot? Do you think I was going to come out there to the police station 3 times in 1 week, no answers, and took it laying down? Do I look like an idiot? You're not dealing with the average Jamaican. I'm just letting you know. I am not one to be played with. You don't scare me. You go ahead and you threaten people and you do all of this and you do all of that, but God is watching you. You don't play with people's lives like that. You don't go around and play with people's lives. You don't go around. You got a mother. Would you like that happen to your mother? Or you don't have a mother? You got a wife. Would you like that to happen to your wife? You got a girl. Would you like that to happen to your girlfriend? Really? I don't think so. So you don't go around and play with people's lives and think that I got me one, and think you're gonna sleep. How you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? That's what I want to know. How do you actually sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? Guys that are calling me, go ahead and call me on the phone. It's 876-294-5063. That's the phone lines for the Keeney Chameleon Show, guys. 876-294-5063. We'll have it out next time, right? Yeah, so if you need to call in, guys, go ahead and call in. Yeah, that's for the Jamaican people. My regular folks here, they know the number. But for you guys in Jamaica, this show is for you. This show is for you guys. You go right ahead and you subscribe so you can see the rest of what's happening, because I'm going to keep you informed when I get the body, what the body look like. I hear she gonna look black like a pot bottom, like a breadfruit. Yeah. Some friend of mine died the other day. He's Chinese. And when they had the funeral, he looked like a kettle, black like Ace of Spade. So what I do with the people them down there? That's what I want to know. What I do with the people them down there in the funeral home? What exactly do you do? What do you do? What do you do, guys? What do you do? Yeah, so follow me on the socials, guys. Kini Chameleon, I'm on all socials. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. Go ahead and follow, like, share the video, share this with somebody in Jamaica. Let them know what's going on. I know I'm not Andre Stevens. I'm not Auntie Donna. I'm not that famous and popular. I'm not doing this for famous and popularity. I'm doing this because you guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. Wrong for that. So wrong. That comment jumped off, guys. I didn't see that one. Right. But you guys are wrong. Oh, you said your husband surprised you with breakfast. Oh, sweet. Sweet, guys. Say happy birthday. Sweet. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. You guys are wrong for that, and I am going to be calling you guys out. My show is a cooking show. Rebecca's birthday today, guys. We want to wish you, Rebecca, happy birthday. Yay. Wish you a happy birthday, Rebecca Towns. I know you're watching the show. It's good to be alive, girlfriend. Yes. I want to thank you for popping in, guys. Share, subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe so I can share the rest of this with you guys. Like I said, yeah, I'm going to be on a couple other people's platforms so I can voice my opinion. That's all I have to do. Nothing more. But this is my platform. This is my show. I don't care if I have 1.k view, 2 view, 3 view. I'm not here for views. I'm just here to express myself. That's all. I'm just here to express myself. I'm very emotional, but guess what? I'm a strong woman. I save the best for last. Because I know when I'm putting my mother down in that hole, I'm going to be a mess. So there's no sense right now for me to shed tears. About what? I have got to get to the rooty-tooty of this. I'm going to be my own private investigator. I have a private investigator on the case, guys. You may not want to know who it is because he's all the way from Kingston. It's not cute. We're not. Yeah, just so you guys know, go ahead and share it with your friends. Let them know that we need answers with this woman's body. Basically, what we were asking the police officer to do was to write us a no interest letter so we can go to the what you call it now, the hospital to release the woman's body so she can be buried. It was that simple. It's not that hard. Very simple. But you couldn't do that. You can't do that because you already lied. You guys are liars. You already lied. You're not showing your face. You don't respond to the family. I sent a text or email. You didn't have the decency to respond back to me. If you didn't do anything wrong, why are you not showing your face? Why aren't you communicating with the family? I know Jamaica is different from the States, but normally in the States, when a body is found, the police, the family goes into the station, they sit down and they have a chat with the police in question. He explains to you, okay, ma'am, we found the body. This is it. We're going to, not even to tell me face to face that, okay, ma'am, this is what we saw. We need to have an autopsy. Every time I go there, you're never there. You're on the road. You're on the road doing what? Writing people's ticket, getting your quota? What are you on the road doing? That's what I want to know. What you up on the road I do? Huh? Make life a nightmare for other people? What do you do on the road? What you do on the street? Every time the family member come in at the police station to talk to you, you're on the street. Why you on the street? So you purposely don't stay in office now because you know, so every day somebody coming and asking about the case. If you guys weren't talking about the case, when my family went there yesterday to inquire, you wouldn't be saying, oh, is it such and such a lady? Because uno know what uno do. The whole of uno covering up. Why are you writing and signing letter on the behalf of the other policeman? Did he give you some of the money? He give you some money to buy some chicken back, mackerel and banana? Did you get some of the money? Or you didn't? I know everybody covers for everyone, yes. But my thing is, you are wrong. You are wrong. I need answers. I put my number out there. I need a phone call. Dirty police, me need a phone call because you didn't call to say, my condolences, ma'am. I'm the one who found your mother. Or I'm the one that took the statement. Nothing at all. Nothing. That's why they call you dirty. Yes, dirty for nothing, good for nothing. You don't do that to a human being. You don't do that to a human being. You have no respect for the dead. I don't care. So this Sharon B. Put police commissioner, I will be calling you again because I need some answers from your constituency. I need some answers from your precinct. So the gentleman who found my mother, please inform him that he needs to contact the people involved to let them know, instead of talking about, we will call you in 6 to 8 weeks when an autopsy is done. And you need to be escorted. Escorted where? Why do I need to be escorted? She was not murdered. She was on medicine, bad medicine that she took. So why do I need an escort? Why do I need an escort? All I wanted was the dignity of seeing my mother's face. I couldn't even see it. Even to this day, when I called an hour ago, I was told that I can't see her. Oh, you can't see your mother. You can only see her when they're ready for the autopsy. Really now? I'm just going to fly down on an airplane because I own the airline. And that's what you do. Yeah. And then if I'm not there for the autopsy, then you just go ahead and do the autopsy. And then you just send the body down. Or after the autopsy, I got to wait another 6 weeks for you to send the body to the morgue. So by the time you bury the woman, it's 3-4 months gone. That is what I want to do. And then you had the nerve to tell me that if I need to do an autopsy myself, I'm going to have to pay for the time that she was there. I'm supposed to pay for the time that you have my mother down in a morgue. I didn't tell you to take her there, but I'm going to have to pay. So if she's there for 20 days, you're only giving me 2 days. The government is only paying for 2 days. So I got to pay for 18 days of her being there. There's a charge for storage fee. Una got to pay on her own storage fee because I didn't tell you to take her body there. We told you where to take her body. To the family's morgue, you didn't want to do that. You never want to do that because you say she live in a nice neighborhood and you can make some money. And the government will give you $10,000 on the woman's body. So they decide to take the body and do what they want to do with it. I don't know if I'm wrong. I'm only saying it because that was what was said to me on the Andre Stevens show last night. That was what was text to me. That want to take people money and people body and throw it down like say it's trash. That's all I'm saying, guys. I have nothing else to say. Subscribe, like, share. Kini Chameleon here, guys. I'm on TikTok. Part 1 is over there. This is part 1. There's going to be a part 2 over here because I'm not going to rest until I know exactly what happened. I have to let the general population know. Somebody have to speak out. Somebody have to speak out. On a 2 outer order. On a 2 outer order. On a 2 outer order. Yeah. Uno bright and outer order. Uno play with people's lives. Uno think so because uno in a power, uno can just get up and do what uno want to do. It don't work like that. It don't work that way there. Human rights activists is going to be on the case. FBI is going to be on the case on behalf of others who have been suffering just like my mother. You can't have somebody 21 days, 3 weeks. But now we upon autopsy. What kind of autopsy now we upon? Excuse my French. What kind of autopsy now we upon? The woman was in the hospital and died and came out. And then she did our yard. Now we upon autopsy. Who asked you to do autopsy? And then you do an autopsy. Who is it gonna benefit when you do an autopsy? Benefit me? You're gonna tell me, oh, she died from such and such. And then what? You are waiting for an autopsy for what? What's the reasoning why you're waiting on an autopsy? Can you prolong the woman's body and then tell me that I need to have an escort to go down there to see her and all of that nonsense? Nonsense. I'm not done yet, guys. I'm not done. Thanks for tuning in. I am signing off. I have nothing else to say. Go ahead and subscribe to Kini Chameleon 7469 at Kini Chameleon. And I will finish up all of this once I get a hold of the other people. I'm going to be calling Sharon B. Put from Lucy Police Station. I'm going to be calling, what is this person's name? Dr. Monstraw, the Chief Medical Examiner from Lucy Hospital. And I'm going to be calling that policeman again. I'm saving you for last. Don't worry. Me I go save you for last. Yes. Cause you walk around with your maga foot in a Lucy like you're Jesus Christ, but it not gonna work. Me I save the best for last. I'm saving the best for last, guys. Saving the best for last. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys later. All right. You walk good.